Hey everybody, it's Busy Little Bee. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're taking a blast to the past. We're going to be watching a vlog that Rosie uploaded October 12th, 2023, and she's talking about leaving fat acceptance and how it reminded her of when she left the Mormon church. But there were some funny clips in this video, so I wanted to get it out to you guys and also talk about just the performative nature of this entire video. It's extremely performative. She's watching herself cry on the viewfinder of the camera. And yeah, there's just a whole lot of little pieces in here that are really interesting, especially to Rosie lore. So again, this is from October 12th, 2023. Let's get started.
And my next couple videos are going to be a little more like emotional, vulnerable, because I'm kind of going through a lot right now. It's like about to be 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll be honest. It's been a while since I've been up at this time of day. We're going to ignore the chaos that is my background. That's just my life. I just wrote up this like Instagram story a couple hours ago from a video that I finished watching, and I have found myself struggling to sleep and struggling tonight, and I want to document this moment of my healing journey.
Yeah, she wants to document it, but it's not just for her. This was made public. This was not a private video. She could have documented it without ever showing the entire world all this. This was performative to get people who have sympathy, a lot of sympathy, to join her community. She has done this from 2015 on. She will seek out people who have a lot of sympathy, or people who feel bad for others, or people who are very emotionally sensitive, because she wants to take advantage of that.
My heart is feeling really heavy tonight because I feel at such a crossroads right now. I appreciate having found a way to love myself for who I am and where I'm at in life, because I feel like that has allotted me the ability to love myself enough to want to be healthier and do better for myself.
Again, this is how she entered Girl World. She entered by saying, oh, I'm on a health journey and I'm going to better myself. I'm working out. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And she ended up being worse than Amber or Foodie. So this whole crossroads thing and, oh, I'm going to be healthier, that didn't happen.
But I am feeling a sense of like abandonment. Not from everyone. I've actually been kind of impressed at the amount of people that are silently supporting me in these communities, and the people that have come to me privately about having left these communities and their experiences.
She feels abandoned by an online community, and she's equating this with her leaving the Mormon church. That's why she's crying. I think this is someone who does not have real life relationships or friendships or a community of people, like she talks about later, who support her in real life, so she seeks it out online.
But I remember being 20, I left the church when I was 18, but 19, 20, and realizing and watching these people that had watched me grow up and be a part of my life just like turn their backs on me when I left the church, when I left Mormonism. And I guess I felt some of that pain be re-triggered leaving fat acceptance groups. But being someone who, I guess, does take things kind of in a literal sense like that, and being neurodivergent and having my religious trauma and all that, it makes so much sense to me, like, now, how I got that deep into it.
Of course, she has to throw the neurodivergent in there, even though she has not been diagnosed with autism. No matter how many times she says it, that doesn't make it true. So her neurodivergence and her leaving the Mormon church apparently made it so that she went into the fat acceptance community seeking acceptance and got kicked out or left, depending on who you ask. And so that re triggered her. I'm so confused. This woman is a ball of emotions.
I had someone in those comments literally telling me that, like, I didn't believe in Black Lives Matter because I love fat activism, and I'm like, I don't understand how those equate, and nothing that I've ever talked about in this process has had anything to do with the broader movement outside of how fat activism has specifically harmed my psyche.
By the way, all of this is coming from one comment, one bad faith comment. She's saying their criticism wasn't correct because, like, I wasn't talking about Black Lives Matter. I wasn't talking about being anti Black. She continues to use this bad faith argument that someone put in the comments instead of taking actual criticism. Like, there are people who have known her since 2018, 2019, and they say she's only gotten worse and gained more weight since then. So she's emotionally cruel to people around her, and she's not doing anything to get better, but that's all she's claiming in the beginning of her channel is she's such a nice person. She just doesn't want to be hurt. She just wants to be accepted, and she just wants to work on her health and get healthier. But where has that happened?
I'm currently 31, and outside of my injuries and my thankfully very mild diabetes, I'm fairly healthy in terms of my blood work and other things.
The lady, she had my charts in her hand and she's like, "You're healthy, but you are obese. But we can fix that." That's what it reminded me of. But if she's so healthy, why is she so tired and in pain every single day? We hear that every day now. So if she's so healthy, how?
How many people have died so young because they clutched so deeply to these beliefs that were so appealing? I have no idea if I'm making any fucking sense right now, because I just had this overwhelming urge to record myself talking right now, trying to figure out what's going on in my brain.
Generally, this is what therapists are for. I don't think going onto YouTube is the brightest idea with your innermost emotions. And all of this just seems so damn performative. It seems like this is for an audience. This is not for her.
I got therapy tomorrow, so I'll be talking to my therapist. Don't worry about that, guys.
So then, if you're going to therapy tomorrow, why are you doing this now? I don't understand why this had to be on YouTube. I just don't get it. Except that coming up, you'll see how performative all of this is.
I'm hoping that when my new computer chair comes, that'll help, because this computer chair is broken. Before I went on leave, one day I leaned over in the chair and lost my balance, and the chair fell with me in it. And it's just not been the same since. That's something that happens a lot with people that have heightened self-awareness. And I am most certainly someone who has a heightened sense of self-awareness.
Who's gonna tell her? Who's gonna tell her? Heightened sense of self awareness? Does Zachary Michael know this? Does anyone on the internet corroborate this? Because I call bullshit. Now, if you haven't seen Amber Lynn's TikTok when she was talking about relapsing and she was eating cookies, you know her performative cry. Get ready for Rosie's performative cry. And watch how she looks at the camera. It's really weird.
I've always wanted to share myself and build a community of people who are here for me, you know?
That's the thing I don't think Rosie gets. I don't think she gets that relationships are two-way streets. You want people to be there for you, but you don't want to have to be there for anyone, and that's kind of the problem. You will have a community of people around you supporting you if you support others. And you don't got to build it online. You can build these in real life. I don't understand how she thinks all social relationships begin or exist on the internet.
I'm so fucking proud of myself. January of this year, I spent $1,100 on DoorDash in 1 month.
She didn't say what the change was, what the progress was with that. She just said that in January she was spending that much on DoorDash every month. We know she can't afford that now because she's not got the income that she used to have. Anyway, I just wanted to give you guys this little history lesson on Rosie. She's always been saying that she's made the changes she needs to make, that she's doing well, that she's, this evolved person that she is not ever. She claims that she's made changes, but we don't see them. And that's kind of how Rosie has been her entire online life. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time.